Have you ever noticed something strange? A person gets a raise, buys a bigger house, a newer car, the latest phone, starts eating at expensive restaurants, and just a few months later, they're saying the exact same thing they said before the raise. I'm still broke. How can someone earn twice as much, but feel no richer? If making more money was the answer, shouldn't they feel financially free by now? The truth is, many people don't have an income problem. They have a psychology problem, and it's called lifestyle inflation. In this video, we're going to break down exactly why this happens, what your brain is doing behind the scenes, and 3 simple habits that can stop lifestyle inflation before it silently drains everything you earn. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll never look at a raise the same way again. Imagine 2 friends, call them James and Kevin, who both receive a $1,000 monthly raise. James smiles, increases his savings, invests part of the money, and keeps living almost the same way. Kevin immediately upgrades everything. A luxury apartment, designer clothes, weekend vacations, monthly subscriptions, a new car with bigger payments. 1 year later, both earn exactly the same salary, but only one has actually become wealthier. The other simply became more expensive to maintain. This is how lifestyle inflation works. As your income grows, your lifestyle quietly grows with it. At first, the changes seem harmless. I've worked hard. I deserve this. And maybe you do. But then it happens again. Every raise becomes another excuse to spend more. Soon, the life that once felt like a dream becomes your new normal, and what once felt luxurious now feels ordinary. Here's what's fascinating. Your brain adapts faster than your paycheck. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. It's your mind's ability to get used to almost anything. The excitement of a new car doesn't last forever. Neither does the joy of a bigger house, a luxury watch, or the newest smartphone. What once made your heart race slowly becomes invisible. Then your brain starts searching for the next upgrade. Not because you need it, but because you've stopped feeling excited by what you already have. Think back to your very first smartphone. Remember how carefully you held it. You cleaned the screen every day. You showed it to your friends. You couldn't stop looking at it. Now think about your current phone. It may be far better. But do you feel that same excitement every morning? Probably not. The phone changed, but your brain adapted. The same thing happens with money. And companies understand this psychology better than most people understand themselves. That's why advertisements rarely sell products. They sell identities. They don't say, buy this watch. They say, become successful. They don't say, drive this car. They say, people will admire you. Suddenly, buying something isn't about solving a problem anymore. It becomes a way to prove something, to yourself or to everyone else. But here's the dangerous part. The people you're trying to impress usually aren't paying as much attention as you think. They're busy trying to impress someone else. It's like everyone is standing on a treadmill, running faster every year. Yet the finish line keeps moving. Nobody is actually getting closer to happiness. They're just getting more tired. Now imagine this. You receive another raise next month. Before the money even reaches your account, your mind has already spent it. Maybe you've imagined a better apartment, a gaming setup, expensive shoes, or a luxury vacation. Isn't that interesting? You haven't earned the money yet, but your lifestyle has already claimed it. That's how powerful lifestyle inflation can be. The wealthiest people often do something that looks surprisingly boring. Instead of increasing their spending every time their income grows, they increase their investments. They allow their assets to become richer before they become richer themselves. To other people, it may even look like they're not successful, but while everyone else is upgrading appearances, They're quietly upgrading their future. Ask yourself one question and answer it honestly. If your salary doubled tomorrow, how much of that extra money would actually change your future, and how much would simply disappear into a more expensive lifestyle? That single question reveals more about your financial future than almost any investment strategy. This doesn't mean you should never enjoy your money. That's not the lesson. Money should improve your life. The problem begins when every increase in income automatically becomes an increase in spending. Wealth isn't measured by how much you earn. It's measured by how much freedom your money creates. If every dollar that comes in immediately goes back out, your income may be growing, but your freedom isn't. A few simple habits can completely change this pattern. The next time you receive a raise, try these 3 things. First, automate your savings before you touch anything else. Move a percentage directly into savings or investments the same day your new salary hits. You can't spend what you never see. Second, wait 30 days before making any lifestyle upgrade. Not because you don't deserve it, but because excitement makes expensive decisions. 30 days give your emotions time to settle and logical time to catch up. Most people discover after 30 days they didn't actually want the thing. They only wanted the feeling they thought it would bring. Third, ask one question before every non-essential purchase. Am I buying this because it genuinely improves my life, or because it makes me feel like I've arrived? That one question alone will save you more money than most budgeting apps ever will. The biggest trap of lifestyle inflation isn't that it makes you spend more. It's that it convinces you you're standing still. No matter how much progress you've made, every new level becomes normal, and gratitude quietly disappears. The person making 10 times more than they did 5 years ago can still feel broke, not because they lack money, but because they've trained their mind to constantly chase more. Real wealth doesn't begin when your paycheck gets bigger. It begins when your desires become smaller than your income. That's the moment money stops controlling you and starts working for you. So before you chase your next raise, ask yourself something more important. Will I use this money to build a better life, or just a more expensive one? If this video made you think differently about money, let me know in the comments. What's one lifestyle upgrade you've bought that stopped making you happy much faster than you expected? I'd love to read your answer below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Every week, we explore the psychology behind wealth, so you can build not just a bigger income, but a stronger financial mind. I'll see you in the next video.